Alright guys, time to talk about MNT or Mantle Network on the channel for the first time since October the 8th here, 11 days ago. Now we have dropped quite a bit guys. If we take a measurement from the very top all the way down to where we are, you have about a 35% drop unfortunately. Now there is a little bit good news here. Now we are making higher lows still, but we're barely making higher lows as you see right here guys. So again, still higher lows, that's fine. We do have a couple of resistances that we're coming up to right here guys. They're pretty close together too. I would say this is kind of a zone of resistance, but basically it's at about $1.90 and $1.92. So you have about a 2-cent zone here. Going to be a little bit hard probably to push through. Now, the last time we hit it, you can see we got rejected here. Rejected, finally pushed through. So I do anticipate this being a little bit difficult to get through, but once we get through this area right here guys, I do believe we're going to shoot up fairly quickly. Now when it comes to the volume profile guys, pretty much where we're at right now, you can see nothing when it comes to volume. Basically the last candle I see is around $1.45. So it's very, very thin here. So really there's no volume holding us back here. Looking at the Bollinger Bands on a weekly time frame, guys, you can see basically in midsummer we got a little bit of a pinch here, but we do have wide Bollinger Bands right now on a weekly time frame. Now on the daily time frame, not really much going on either. We're very wide right now. We did get a little bit of a pinch back in like early October, late September. Also back here early September, you can see a little bit of a narrowness or pinch. Also back in, beginning of August. So and yeah, maybe beginning of July. It seems like the beginning of every month, we're kind of getting a little bit of a pinch or some narrowness there on the daily time frame Bollinger Bands. Now looking at the RSI and stochastic here, it looks like it's pointed down pretty heavily for MNT on a weekly time frame on both, unfortunately here. Now if we go to the daily time frame guys, it's actually oversold right now on stochastic, just crossed the red line to the upside. This is good guys. Now RSI is right in the middle and pointed pretty heavily up too, so daily looks pretty good at the moment. 4-hour time frame, a little bit overheated here on stochastic unfortunately. RSI is kind of sloping up though here, and yeah, kind of a mixed signal I would say. Now 1-hour time frame, the blue line is just about to cross the red line to the upside, but it's flirting with being overbought here. So probably, it can run up a little bit more, but again, it's going to roll over again, pretty shortly. This is the 1-hour time frame, so it's pretty quick. RSI just kind of flirting with being overbought as well. Now, 15-minute time frame, pointed up pretty heavily. Stochastic is in the overheated territory, unfortunately. RSI is kind of sloping up here, but may start to turn back down. But yeah, just have to wait and see, maybe another 15-30 minutes or something like this. I can see it kind of flickering a little bit, but anyways guys, overall I would say probably going to get a little bit of a cool off here. Now if it doesn't go down for MNT, it'll probably at least maybe come up to this line here or this area, try to hit it a few times, let some of these indicators reset, and then make that next leg up. Now I am a little bit worried about the MACD here on a weekly time frame guys. Look at the blue line. It looks like it might want to roll over here and start to the downside pretty much. The red line is coming up pretty heavily as well. We do have a light green candle here unfortunately, so not looking too good on the weekly time frame MACD. Now let's take a look at the daily. The daily actually looks like this blue line might start to curve back to the upside. The red line is coming down pretty heavily. We do have a light red candle. So on the daily, probably there's some hope, guys. But again, the longer the time frame, the more reliable. So this is a little bit worrying, unfortunately. Looking at tokenomics of MNT, guys, it's number 32 coin. So it has held pretty well, guys. Almost in the top 30. Now, if we take a look at the tokenomics here, the max supply is this odd number right here, guys. Circulating is, let's just say, about half of that. And yeah, all-time high was about 11 days ago, guys, at about, it says $2.86. I think some exchanges had it as high as $2.89 if I remember correctly, guys. So you're getting about a 35% discount or so. not too bad. I do believe MNT is a minimum $4 to $5 coin this cycle. And guys, you know, it could go even higher. I mean, this is really a hot coin. They are doing a lot with this coin, especially on exchanges. So many exchanges are using it like it's their own you know, exchange coin. I mean, if you think about it, like Bybit, they don't have an exchange coin. They're using it like their own exchange coin, really. CoinEx has used it in their launch pools. I mean, there's just a lot of places and a lot of uses for this coin, guys. Now, looking at the Bitcoin chart, guys, we are about $300 below this line right here at 109,205. So let's see if we can at least rally a little bit more tonight. We still have a few more hours, but that would be excellent, I believe. Basically, we would be retesting this area, and you know, we did dip down a little bit lower several weeks ago, of course. So, in my opinion, that would be great. Let's see if we can do that. I don't believe we're going to go any higher. We're not going to save any of these other supports, unfortunately, but who knows. Now, if we take a look at the Bitcoin CME futures, do keep in mind that this is at 106,675. So we got to see where this opens tomorrow, but we are well above that. We are about, what, $2,300 above that right now. So we're going to have a gap, but I would rather have a little bit of a gap for tomorrow and try to save this support at least. Now, before I go a little farther in this video, guys, you can claim some bonuses on my favorite crypto exchanges below. I have partnerships with 7 exchanges: Bybit, MEXC, BingX, Bitrue, BTC, WEX, and CoinEx. Guys, if you want a free 7-day trial from Moodix, you can get that here. And if you're looking for a cold wallet, you can go here to CypherRock and claim your 17% discount today if you use this link. Also, you can follow me on X here, guys. Now, the Bitcoin monthly return is sitting at about 4% right now. So yesterday, I think it was about 6% or so. So we've actually come back about 2%. That's a good thing to see, guys. So let's see. We still have about 12 more days in October. And I do think we're going to have a green October again. Now, jumping over to the Ethereum chart, we're just sitting below $4,000. You know, it's crucial that we get above $4,000, but it's really crucial that we get out of this box, because this box is where Ethereum failed 5 out of 6 times, except for this time, right before this run. That's what I mean. So, you know, we need to get back above this box. If we sink under this box, guys, I do fear that, you know, the bull run could be over. So let's see what happens. But right now, you know, we do have a lower weekly candle, but on the daily time frame, this is what it looks like, guys. We are trying to reclaim the $4,035 mark, and yeah, ideally, like I said, we need to get out of this box. Now, guys, I just saw this on my phone, but I do need to report this, and the insider from Hyperliquid is back. So they deposited a fresh $30 million and quickly opened up a $76 million Bitcoin short. So keep this in mind, guys. Maybe they know some information that we don't know right now, but, you know, right now, it looks like Bitcoin is not really reacting to this. We are still moving up very slowly. We're about $250 below this line right now currently. Total market cap is sitting at 3.65 trillion, so we're trying to get above 3.67 trillion tonight. This is a daily resistance for us, so not that strong like this resistance that we pushed through today at 3.62 trillion. Now, if we look at total market cap excluding Bitcoin, we're at 1.48 trillion. We do have 1.49 trillion on a daily time frame as resistance next. Now, one of my favorite charts is the Bitcoin dominance chart, guys, and you can see basically since mid-September this line has been supporting the price, except for a little bit of a fake out here. Now we can see that we do have a red candle right on this line, and let's see if we can break this trend again. Hopefully it's not a fake out if we do break this trend line. But right now we do have a red candle, and it's kind of an interesting red candle because I'm not sure. We closed this at what, 59.44. So we closed that here, but we opened this candle at 59.62. That's very odd. So anyways, guys, you know, we're being supported right on this line for now. But let's see what happens in about 3 hours. Now, The USDT dominance, guys, is falling for the second day in a row. That's a good thing. Looks like 5.11% has kind of rejected us here for now, sitting at 4.98%. But the next support is 4.83%. But remember, these green lines, they are weekly resistances and supports. So tonight, these weekly candles are closing. We have cooled off quite a bit here now, guys. It's a 39 on the altcoin season index. Unfortunately, we are trending more and more towards the Bitcoin season. And yeah, 39 is just very cold. We have dropped a lot in the last few days. Now, looking at the liquidation heat map, there's $263 million that have been wrecked in the last 24 hours. Not too bad. So, you know, we did see a lot more liquidations this week. It was, you know, very elevated, $400, $500, $600, $700 million. Anyways, the fear and greed at a 29 right now. Yesterday was 23. It was extreme fear yesterday, but now we're in fear. So we are starting to trend back up. Next update in about 3 hours here, guys. The bull market peak indicator, still 0 from 30 have been hit. So Pi cycle top indicator just barely above 50% basically, and this is what 53% looks like on the Pi cycle top indicator. Now this week we do have some economic data coming out. Now on Monday we do have industrial production. We got US leading index. On Tuesday, Waller speaks twice. Now Wednesday, not really anything except the Fed Vice Chair Barr speaking. Thursday we do have jobless claims, and it looks like a couple of speakers as well. Friday, right now, CPI is planned. I'm not sure if this is really going to happen or not. I'm not sure if there was some agreement that they were going to release this no matter what. But yeah, with the government shutdown, it may not be released. And we do have some manufacturing, composite, and services PMI that same day. And we also got Michigan numbers on Friday as well. Now, Moodyx is still showing the sentiment is risk on. That trend is growing. We did have a very positive Friday. The week was extremely positive. We're just not seeing that, come over to crypto, unfortunately. So, I do think it will catch up. Let's see what happens this week, guys. I think we will have a positive week. At least I really hope so. Now, if we look at the FedWatch tools, 99% chance we're going to get that quarter point cut, but there is still talk of a half point cut. So, interestingly enough, we do have a 1% chance according to FedWatch tools. If you go to Polymarket, it's a 3% chance. So if we put that together, we basically have a 2% chance that we're going to get a 50 basis point decrease. Now, Trueflation is showing a 2.28% inflation rate, a little bit more elevated than yesterday, unfortunately. Now, if we look at the day on Crypto Bubbles, it looks pretty good. The last hour is pretty good, but guys, the week is still pretty bad. I mean, most things are down, 3, 4, 5, 9% or so, something between that. We do have a couple of good cryptos that did see some upside, like ENA and Tau, but most things are down, unfortunately. Now, if you want to stake your coins, Mantle, you can see that there's 6 results, and basically I have mine in Bybit, guys. Check out Bybit. They do have something with the mega drop if you stake your MNT there and you put it in fixed staking. So anyways, check that out, but that is not financial advice. And guys, if you like this video, like, subscribe, activate the bell, share this video with your friends, and guys, please check out those links below, because when you use them, of course, I do get some commission, but it's usually just pennies, guys, really. And unless you're basically trading hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars or something, I'm not going to see more than a few dollars. So anyways, I do appreciate those few people who have been using those links. And guys, I will see you in the next one.